In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college football games happening on October 28, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Louisiana Tech versus Florida International. The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs will be heading to Ricardo Silva Stadium on Friday night in a Conference USA matchup against the Florida International Panthers. The Bulldogs are 2-5 thus far and are riding a 2-game losing streak as they are coming off of a 42-41 overtime home loss against the Rice Owls on Saturday. The Panthers are 3-4 and defeated the Charlotte 49ers on the road Saturday as they picked up a win 34-15. Louisiana Tech comes into this game with a 2-5 record overall, but they have lost 2 games in a row. 2 games ago against Rice, the defense really struggled, giving up 42 points, and that led to the 1-point loss. One of the big problems for the Bulldogs heading into this game is injuries. Matthew Downing is out for the season and Parker McNeil is questionable for this game. Landry Liddy completed 3 of his 6 passes last game, and he could be starting in this game. Louisiana Tech is averaging 31 points, while their defense is giving up 39 points per game. On the other side of this matchup is the Florida International Panthers, who sit with a 3-4 record overall, and after a terrible start to the season, they at least have been competitive as of late. The offense scored 34 points against the Charlotte 49ers, and that was enough to secure the victory. Grayson James completed 26 of his 34 passes for 306 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Florida International is averaging 18 points, while their defense is giving up 34 points per game. In this game, the offense for Florida International is going to need to be good, or this could be a very long game for the Panthers. Louisiana Tech is 1-6 against the spread in their last 8 road games. Florida International is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games. The over is 5-1 in Louisiana Tech's last 6 road games. The under is 6-0 in Florida International's last 6 games in October. Louisiana Tech enters this game with some quarterback uncertainty. While Liddy performed admirably in an emergency situation, he has yet to start a game in his career. He has a chance to succeed against a Florida International defense that has struggled against the pass, but is coming off its best game of the season. The Bulldogs are 0-4 on the road this season, and their defense is nearly as bad as Florida International's. Both teams are below average in both scoring and defending in the red zone, ranking among the worst 2 teams in the country in both categories. Florida International has looked better as of late, but it's been against bad competition. The good news for the Panthers is Louisiana Tech isn't a very good defensive team, and Florida International is going to have no issue scoring again in this game. Finally, I'll rely on turnovers, and Florida International is far more efficient with the ball than the Bulldogs, who are ranked 90th in the country in turnover differential. Louisiana Tech's 130th ranked scoring defense will allow more than enough points for Florida International to take care of business in his one. I don't trust the quarterback situation of Louisiana Tech, and Florida International is going to score enough here to get the job done. So the Florida International Panthers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Neither defense has been good throughout the previous 5 games, as Louisiana Tech is allowing 41.2 points per game, while Florida International is giving up 32 points per game so far. This Bulldogs offense did not slow down a beat when Parker McNeil was forced out with a concussion, and he could play here potentially. However, even if he misses, their backup quarterbacks did well at scoring with 4 touchdown passes as a team, and with a full week of practice makes things better with getting some more chemistry with their offense. Despite both teams being mediocre on the offensive end, these 2 teams have defenses that are even worse. Louisiana Tech is coming off a 42-point performance, despite playing 3 quarterbacks in the game, and will certainly put the ball in the air early and often in this game. Meanwhile, Florida International is coming off their own 34-point performance and quarterback Grayson James' best performance of the season. In addition, if James falters at all, opening day starter and former Duke QB Gunnar Holmberg should be ready to step in and get the offense rolling. I just don't trust either defense to get the necessary stops in in this one, and even if it's a one-sided game, I could easily see a game that gets into the 60s. I fully expect a shootout between two teams going up against poor defenses. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. East Carolina versus Brigham Young University. This Friday, the East Carolina Pirates will travel to Provo, Utah to take on the Brigham Young University Cougars in the 9th week of the 2022 college football regular season. Kickoff will be inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium. We have two great offenses going head-to-head in this one, as I am expecting a show on Friday night. The East Carolina Pirates are coming into this one after taking down UCF 34-13. They rolled over the Knights in that game, as they were feeling it on both sides of the ball. They finished with 458 total yards of offense, and the defense forced 4 turnovers. The Brigham Young University Cougars are entering this one after dropping their 3rd straight game. Last week, they fell to Liberty 41-14. They struggled to move the ball on offense, and they allowed Liberty to rack up 547 total yards of offense. They will have to be better on the defensive side of the field at home if they want to avoid another loss. East Carolina is 4-1 against the spread in their last 6 non-conference games, and 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 Friday games. The over is 10-2 in East Carolina's last 12 Friday games. Brigham Young University is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games, and 1-6 against the spread in their last 7th of October games. The over is 6-1 in Brigham Young University's last 7 home games. The East Carolina Pirates are 5-3 this season after they defeated UCF by a score of 34-13 in their last game. East Carolina allowed 426 total yards, but forced 4 turnovers in the win. The East Carolina offense is averaging 33 points per game with 309.3 passing yards per game and 163.4 rushing yards per game. Holden Ahlers has thrown for 2,435 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions for the Pirates this season. Keaton Mitchell has rushed for 687 yards and 8 scores, while Isaiah Winstead has caught 59 passes for 808 yards and 3 touchdowns for East Carolina. The East Carolina defense is giving up 23 points per game and 392.9 yards per game. The Brigham Young University Cougars are 4-4 this season after they lost to Liberty by a score of 41-14 in their last game. Brigham Young University allowed Liberty to gain 547 total yards and go 7-12 on 3rd down attempts in the loss. The Brigham Young University offense is averaging 30 points per game with 266.1 passing yards per game and 138.4 rushing yards per game. Jaron Hall has thrown for 2,101 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions for the Cougars this season. Lapini Katoa has rushed for 162 yards and 1 touchdown, while Keanu Hill has caught 22 passes for 399 yards and 4 scores for Brigham Young University. The East Carolina defense is allowing 32 points per game and 420.5 yards per game. This week's Friday night feature game on the college football slate is East Carolina at Brigham Young University. The Pirates will make the cross-country trip to Provo, Utah, where the weather will be a bit cooler than the Pirates are used to. The Pirates are playing well of late, winners of 3 of their last 4, with only a loss to a talented Chilean team sandwiched in there. Brigham Young University has been going the other way, loser of 3 straight. Brigham Young University has been dreadful on defense lately. Early in the season, we thought this Cougar team might have something special, but their defense has failed them. They have given up some gross numbers, especially on the ground. East Carolina runs the ball well with Keaton Mitchell, who has been over the century mark on the ground in 4 of 7 games this season. Even better, East Carolina is 4-0 in games in which Mitchell carries the ball more than 10 times, all of which were 100-plus yard games. In the games when he didn't hit those lines, it was 0-3. It looks like this is a major key to success for the Pirates, and Brigham Young University has little hope of bottling up anyone's running game these days. Jaron Hall started the season strong for Brigham Young University, but he has faded of late. How much of that has to do with the level of competition, though? Notre Dame plays good defense, and Arkansas is a tough draw for any non-Southeastern Conference team. Games against Oregon and Baylor are tough, and a road trip to Liberty last week is a challenge too. I respect the Brigham Young University schedule making in a transition year. Hall has not had much in the way of easy defenses to work on his craft. I suspect he will look much better in a return home this weekend, but this offense is hard to trust right now. It is critical for the offense to convert on late down situations, as the Pirates are converting 6-3 of 1-2-0 on third down attempts, while the Cougars are moving the chains on 4-2 of 1-0-0 of third down tries this season heading into this game. In the last few weeks, East Carolina is averaging 34.5 points in their last 4 games, while Brigham Young University is scoring 23 points per game in their previous 3 games thus far. This Brigham Young University Cougars team is struggling right now and look like they are struggling to get going with all the injuries thus far. Brigham Young University did not look good in their last game and got blown out by Liberty. The Brigham Young University defense is allowing over 31 points per game and has allowed 93 points in their last 2 games. East Carolina has won 2 games in a row and is coming off of a big win against UCF. Brigham Young University is dealing with some injury issues and really struggled in their last game. I believe that East Carolina is the better team. Can the Pirates win a tough road game in a difficult environment though? Because that's a harder call. The location of the game gives me pause, but if you give me points with the better team, I will usually take it, and in this case I am. So the East Carolina Pirates to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Looking at the quarterback play as of late, Holden Ahlers has 9 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions in his last 4 games, while Jaron Hall has thrown for 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in his previous 5 games, so both quarterbacks should dominate this game and get a bunch of chunk plays. Both defenses struggle against the run as well, so punts are going to be few and far between. These defenses have been struggling in their last 2 games, as East Carolina is allowing 29 points per game, while Brigham Young University is giving up a whopping 46.5 points per game. The Brigham Young University defense has also struggled over the past 2 weeks, as they were dismantled by Liberty and Arkansas. I see them struggling in this game again, as the Pirates are coming off of a great win against UCF. They are also scoring the 40th most points per game and averaging the 21st most total yards. The Brigham Young University defense won't be able to slow them down either. East Carolina is throwing for the 16th most passing yards per game, as I see them having multiple opportunities to score in this one. The Pirates defense has struggled to stop the pass this season, as Hall will be able to throw the ball all over them. East Carolina is currently surrendering the 119th most passing yards per game. This will give the Cougars multiple chances to score, as I see them having success in this game. Both of these defenses will give up points, but the Brigham Young University defense is struggling right now. The over has hit in 10 of the last 12 Pirates games played on Friday, as well as in each of the previous 4 Cougars non-conference games. The East Carolina Pirates will score the majority of the points that we need, and this total will go past the total number. Both of these offenses will be able to consistently move the ball in this game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.